What is up, guys? James here from the Light of Raiga YouTube channel, and in this video we're going to be doing a weekly reading for the week of October 8th through October 14th. This is going to be a 3-card reading. It's going to give you insight into the upcoming week. Now, we're coming off a very tumultuous week. If you've been following world events, then, it's been a sad, depressing, shocking week for a lot of us. And I just want to say briefly that, yes, we feel empathy for the people who are suffering, and it's important to feel for them and feel their pain, but it's also important to protect your energy and not allow that negative energy to affect you in any way. So it's important to shield yourself, shield your energy, and don't watch the news. That's the worst thing you can do, my friends. Do not watch the news. The sole purpose of the news is to bring down your vibration, to bring down your mood, to depress you, because it just sells more. People like that. People are addicted to it, and so don't allow that to happen. I beg you. Anyway, so today we're going to be using the Earth Magic Oracle, and this is a beautiful Oracle deck that's going to give us some insight into the upcoming week. So if you would, please give me a moment to center myself and ask the Oracle cards a question. What do we need to know about this upcoming week? That ought to do it. We'll cut the deck. Oh, we're going for 3 cards. 1, 2, and 3. Alright, I'm excited. Let's take a look at them and see what they have in store for us. The first card we look at is this left one here. And we've got Wind Activation. We'll look at these cards individually, then see what they're saying as a whole. And Wind Activation. So we've stepped into a full moon energy, and a lot of astrologers, astrologists, whatever the case may be, have remarked that this harvest moon in Aries is going to bring a lot of fiery action. It's going to make a lot of people put action into their passions and really get energized to do things. And that's sort of what Wind Activation card is about. This Oracle deck is based on Earth magic, and one of the magic beauties about the Earth is the wind, and how the wind is just, it seemingly comes from nowhere. It's got a force so powerful that it can destroy cities, it can level entire cities, but at the same time it brings change, and it helps the flowers to spread their seeds. It cleanses the air, and it just brings change. And I think that's a big kind of focus of this upcoming week, is that change is a coming. And the fact that I'm getting here that this change is going to come from you. This is the change that you are going to initiate. This is a change that you're going to be the blower of the wind. And yes, once those dominoes are in place, they're going to start falling on their own, right? But it takes you to take the initiative to begin that change. So as you go through your week this week, look for opportunities to spark change in your life. It could be something insignificant. It could be something that you say, just something small. Like, say you want to start a new business and make a business card. Something that's very small, may seem innocuous, but it could be the first domino that's going to topple the rest of them. And the only way to make that domino fall is to blow on it. All right, you see the analogy? You see what I'm getting at here? So yes, as you go through this week, there's going to be opportunity for change, and it's going to take some little thing to create big change in your life, but you have to be the spark. You have to be the blower of the wind. So if you're guided by your guides or your emotions to do something that you don't understand why, if you feel good about it, then do it, because it could be that little thing that's going to spark big change. And as I said, the wind has the power to create so much. So yes, that's the first card. Let's take a look at the second card here. Ooh, Ancestors, Generations. All right, this card is saying to me that um, you have a lineage, and there are those who have come before you to help pave the way. And it's important to remember that you are not alone, both literally and physically. You're not alone because you have support of the higher realms. You have the support of your ancestors. But going with the analogy of the dominoes, your ancestors help set those dominoes up. They, right? What is it called when you have a string of dominoes that I don't know. Is there a name for that thing? I guess it's just dominoes. Okay. But they have been there to pave the way for you. And this could be your spirit ancestors. This could be your ancestors on Earth. Either way, you've got support and you've got help, and you're not doing this alone. You are standing on the shoulders of giants, as they say, as Albert Einstein said. I think his quote was, I forget his quote. Something about, he didn't really pave the way scientifically. He just stood on the shoulders of giants. He took what he learned from his ancestors, whether they're blood related or not, that's irrelevant. But he took what he learned from them and he built upon it. And he just brought his own unique viewpoints to something that was already established. And so how does this relate to your life in this coming week? What is already established? What has been paved for you, but now you need to kind of throw your own spin onto it, right? And your ancestors have set this thing up for you. They've set it all up, and now it's your time to knock them down. So definitely looking at these two cards, I'm getting the feeling of change coming on here, change that is initiated by you, but is built upon the foundation created by your ancestors. So let's look at this last card. Let's see what it has to say. We've got Green Man Synergy. And this card to me is about integration. It's about everything working together. It's sort of like an ecosystem. An ecosystem that is just in symbiosis, and you take out any part of that ecosystem and the whole thing breaks down, right? You need the insects because what do insects do? I don't know. They pollinate. They do all sorts of things. That's part of the ecosystem. And if you were to remove the insects, your whole ecosystem would break down. And I think that's mirrors your life. Your life is a conglomeration of many different little parts, and to take one out would throw the whole thing off balance. So I think this week is about maintaining that balance in the midst of change, maintaining balance while the wind is blowing all around you. So the three cards here are just drastically different messages, but when I look at them all together, I'm definitely getting a theme here. The path has been paved for you by those who have come before you. There's nothing new under the sun. It's just everything is just a tweak on what was before, and that's what you should really focus on this week is tweaking what has come before, that in a way that maintains the symbiosis, maintains that balance, and also is affected by this huge change, by the wind. So I know this sounds kind of like very abstract, but this is a general reading, and it's going to apply to everyone in a different way. And I hope if this does resonate with you, then you probably have an idea of how this pertains to your life, or at least as you go through this week, you might understand how you are meant to create change based on what you know already and what has been set up already, while maintaining balance. And that is how you really make positive change. If you're making change with things that are out of balance, or you try something drastically new and it's kind of out of balance, that change isn't lasting. That change will it'll come and go. But if you are able to take what you know and maintain a balance with it, but also bring in something new, then that is a change that will stay with us for a very long time, and then it will be something that you share with your descendants, and you will become the ancestor. So look for opportunities for change this week, my friends, but maintain that balance while still working with what you got, with what has been set up before you. So we don't, drastic change is on the horizon, but this week is about making those little tweaks to make sure that the change that comes is lasting. And it looks like a very important week, because you have the opportunity here to create change that lasts for a little while and then goes away, or you have the opportunity to create change that is lasting, that could last the eons. And that is your decision. All you have to do is make sure things are in balance and you're not, going rogue. Okay? So that is the weekly reading for this week. I hope you got something out of it. I know it was an abstract reading. Usually when I do these oracle readings, they're far more abstract than when I do the tarot readings. But I think they add value to our week, definitely. And I think as you go upon your week, you might start to see these opportunities arise. And so make sure that you're keeping these 3 cards in mind as you go forward. Sparking change yourself, building on what's come before, and maintaining balance while you do it. Okay, so I hope you have a great week. I hope you guys are protecting your energy as much as possible. Don't let it be drained from you by outside sources. I hope you guys are enjoying this full moon energy. I can feel it already. It is kind of fiery, really, but I hope you guys got something out of it. If you did, please leave a like. It lets me know that I did something right and you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, or anything you want to say about this reading, put it in the comment section below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. And of course, if you haven't already, please subscribe. Hit the subscribe button, because I release these weekly videos or weekly reading videos every Sunday, and you don't want to miss out on those, as well as the tarot scope, all sorts of videos. Don't miss out. You will not be disappointed. All right, guys, I hope you have a great week. Leave a like if you enjoyed this. Happy taroting. Peace.